Beaches Crypto. We ride the waves of the crypto market to the motherfucking moon. Surfboard line, charts on deck. Crypto tides got no respect. Pullbacks hit like a lunar slap, but we catch that wick with a fib and a trap. Stars above, sand below. Charts lit up like a rocket show. No shills, no noise, just price and fate. Set the risk, hit play, levitate. We ride the waves, ride the waves. Crypto tides through the heat and haze. Rock to the moon, past the stars. Chart that zone, we know who we are. Wave gang, can't beat, no cap, no fakes. Stack of truth while the system breaks. Wave ride the waves, yeah, that's the call. One good setup, we risk it all. Phones on my skin, stars in view. Lunar tide, got the alpha crew. No guessing games, no tick-tock tricks. Just clean PA and candlestick flips. Anchor the VW, use that line. Stochastic twitch, that entry's mine. From sea to space, from dusk to noon. We ride the wave, you chase the moon. We ride the waves, ride the waves. Crypto ties through the heat and haze. Rock to the moon, past the stars. Chart that zone, we know who we are. Wave gang, can't beat, no cap, no fakes. Stack of truth while the system breaks. Wave ride the waves, yeah, that's the call. One good setup, we risk it all. We ride the waves of the crypto market to the moon. Surfboard mind, charts on deck. Crypto tides got no respect. Pullbacks hit like a lunar slap, but we catch that wick with a fib and a trap. Stars above, sand below. Charts lit up like a rocket show. No shills, no noise, just price and fate. Set the risk, hit play, levitate. We ride the waves of the crypto market to the moon.
Good evening. Hold on, let me turn off the sound. Wait, don't do it. Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Lunar Beaches Crypto, where we ride the waves of the crypto market all the way to the moon. Crypto got a little bit of a bounce today, but we're getting we didn't get acceptance back into the range, so that is not good. We need acceptance back into the range like today. Today, that would be nice. Which is possible. We'll get into it. But right now, let's just say hello to the beautiful people. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? How's your mom and them? Alexandra G in the house. Alexandra G, mod boss, mod queen, the mod god. Thank you for being here, Alexandra G. Alexandra G is now an official LBC editor, so she can pin stuff in the chat. Thank you, Alexandra G, for pinning the Discord in the chat. Make sure you guys join with the link pinned in the chat. Harp, what's going on? Metal Horns, as always. Thank you for being here. Duality C with the alien head. Thank you for being here always. We've got Melissa One Love shouting, ride the waves. What's going on, One Love? Thank you for being here. And Wix Wi-Fi 89. 2Dub in the house. How you doing? How you mom and them? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing amazing. Don't forget to smash up the like button. How about that? How about them apples? Bitcoin. So this is the range that I was talking about. I was really hoping that we would get this daily candle closed back within the range, back above 111, 112, essentially. But we did it. And right now, we are currently rejecting it. Let's go down to the 4 hour, see how bad this rejection really is. Not the best thing I've ever seen in the world, to be quite honest. No bullish divergence here on the 4 hour. We did get a little one right here between these swing levels, which is what we want to look for, right? This swing level, this swing level. We want to see the bullish divergence off of these. And, oh, we didn't get it one. Okay. Well, that was the swing level. This, wait, which one's that? Wait, nope, this one came lower. So, yeah, that's the swing level. Oh, boy. Yeah, I don't know. This rejection isn't good. Like I said, we've got to get back into this range. Now, the good news is we do have liquidity above that we need to get to, that I think we will get to. It's just a matter of when, not if, in my opinion. Yes, you are here and on time, Melissa. Thank you for being here. Did you guys check out Billy Goat Tales tonight? I got to start remembering to send you guys over there on Monday evenings. Not that, you know, the Billy Goat Tales happens a whole 22 hours later, so not that me saying anything would help too much, but shout out to Billy Goat Tales and the Billy Goat Tales team, Crypto Billy, Dave Digital, Redman, Biomex, Tex-Mex Biomex, Crypto Pollo. I haven't seen Crypto Pollo in a minute. I can't even remember the last time I saw him. I think I saw him pretty recently. Oh yeah, he did post something on X, but that's about it. I haven't really seen him around too much. Where is the crypto of the Pollo? The Bitcoin chicken. That's what I want to know. All right, so levels above us, the ones that I am most interested in. Let's go down to the 1 hour. I will show you why I'm interested. First of all, we do have these relatively equal highs. They're very, very close to being equal highs. That's why I call them relatively equal highs, essentially equal highs. But the main thing is that this is an area that we would want to get to because of this imbalance of this candle over here. If I turn on the TPO, the time price opportunity indicator, which is essentially a fancy volume profile. This is based on daily sessions. So this runs for 24 hours, and each block within this represents 30 minutes in time. So if we zoom in on this, this was like, is it because I'm on a different time frame? Because it did have, that doesn't make sense. Why would it change the time frames? Let's go to the 30, since they are 30-minute blocks. Yeah. Was I on the 15? I might have been on the 15. Now that doesn't make sense. Why is it changing? What's wrong with your TPO indicator, TradingView? Because each block should just represent 30 minutes. The amount of blocks shouldn't change on the time frame. So that's really weird. Anyways, I know how it works, but I don't know why it's doing that. So we start off with A's, okay? So price started off here. So within like the first hour, it just stayed at this price. So 30-minute blocks stayed at this price. Next block opens. We come up to B and then come down and close down here and then open up C either here or down here. Essentially, you get to see where price was relative to time in a way. It's kind of complicated to explain. Main thing is it's like a volume profile, and you look for the little imbalances where there's single print blocks. We have the point of control. Everybody knows what a point of control is. It's where we saw the most trading activity within this session, this 24-hour session, and then we look for imbalances because that is where price is likely to go to fill the imbalance in the chart, because we have price agreement here, and then we push down and we just follow through. We're not agreeing on price. Definitely don't agree on price here. No one's buying right here, but then the volume starts to pick up down here as people come in to buy, or, well, technically, yes, they're buying because their stop losses are getting stopped out. So if you're shorting, then you have to buy back your position because you're selling, right? Essentially, you're selling. You've placed a sell order when you short. So if price goes against you and price goes to the upside and you're short, remember your stop loss is going to be above you. I don't know why I'm using this when I have a perfectly good chart to draw on. Let's just put a little short thing on here, okay? So if price goes against you this way and you get stopped out, you are buying back at a higher price, which is why you lose money, because you sold at a lower price thinking that you could buy back at a lower price, meaning you make the difference there, right? But if price goes against you and you get stopped out, you have to buy back at a higher price than what you sold from. So that is what is happening when you're getting stopped out on shorts. When you're getting stopped out on longs, it's the exact opposite, but I'll go ahead and go through it. When you're getting stopped out on longs, you're buying thinking that price is going to increase so that you can sell at a higher price. If you get stopped out, you have to sell at a lower price. Yeah. So I said it backwards before. So you have to sell at a lower price. So when you buy here, you're wanting to get gains so that you can sell higher. But instead, you have to sell lower, which means you lose money. So when I'm looking for equal highs or equal lows, but in this instance, when I'm looking for equal highs, I anticipate, really, I know that we have short stops up there, right here. So it's kind of looks like this, right? I know we have short stops up here. So if price comes back against me, then I'm going to have to buy back and my stop loss gets stopped out, right? Even if I've made money, maybe I'll try to let it run and see what would happen, and I go to break even. Well, I still have all those buy orders up there because of all the stop losses. Remember, if you're selling, you have to buy back at a higher price if you get stopped out, if you're shorting. So if price comes back up here, it automatically and takes out your stop loss. You're automatically buying back. Dump it. What's going on, RMT? Thank you for being here. Trade Intuition, Bingo and a Bango, T.I. Joe in the house. What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying the new crib as well. Anybody else in here? John Foster Crypto. Things are going great. I just got her to bed. Good deal. Good deal. How's it going, John Foster Crypto? Thank you for being here, my friends. So, yeah. So that's why I anticipate that we will come back up here at some point. The question is, when? Do we have lower to go? Are we going to come down to this point of control here at 110? 110 and a 50? Crypto Billy, I like the way your lips move when you say stop loss, boy. What's going on, Crypto Billy? Thank you for being here. I was just talking about you at the beginning of the stream talking about how I hate that I am always missing the Billy Goat Tales. Well, I didn't say that, but I'm saying it now because you're here. Because I want to say it to you. But yeah, Billy bringing sexy back. You dang Skippy. That's right. We also have from this swing low. Oh, thank you for being here, Billy. I appreciate you, brother. From this swing low, if I take a anchored VWAP, we are sitting at about 110,340. We also have the value area high of this range right here at 110,506. So some confluence there between those two. Let's go ahead and pull a fib. We're going to go from swing low to swing high. And we do have a golden pocket right there at that level. That is somewhere where I would definitely consider, if price got down to it, I would consider taking a long up to those equal highs. Can I get a 3-to-1 on the low? Value area low is right here. I would probably just put it underneath the old point of control, actually. Just see what happens. Bitcoin likes to go to the 786 a lot, maybe just below the 786. I like that. So, where's Kelly? Is Kelly here? Dutchy, Jesse, what's going on, fam? How y'all doing? Hola, hola, hola. Is Kelly still here? She asked me to go over pre-trade risk management, but if she's not here, I'm not going to do I mean, I could do it. I could still do it. Especially when it comes to leverage. So this is a 0.5%, so 0.5% risk. That's going to be the first thing that I look at is what is the risk on the trade. For this, it's 0.5% risk. Then what I want to do, oh, she is here. What's going on, Kelly? So I've got to make sure I've got my math right, because I do like to use a calculator. I like to use the exchange itself and set my take profit and stop loss, and it tells you what it's going to be. And I've got to have it's got to be a 1 or 2% depending on the setup type of trade or stop loss. 1 or 2% of the account is what I'm willing to risk. So if I'm sitting at a 0.5, a 0.5% stop loss, and I'm using a 10x, let me just write this down so I can actually think this through, because this is math and it's much easier to do it when you're on the exchange because it just does it for you, essentially. So let's just say I have $1,000 account, okay? $1,000 account. 2% of that is what? $20, right? Yes. $20. So that is how much I'm willing to risk on the trade. $20 of risk. Now, if I'm risking $20, then what do I have to do next? Anybody? Anybody? No? Nothing? So let's just put this on here. Let's say, so 0.5%, okay? 0.5%. Got to do the math in my head now. Making me do math in my head. A 0.5% on a 10% or a 10x, or yeah, on a 10x leverage, a 0.5% move would be a 20% loss. No, it'd be a 5% loss. I can't math, I swear to God. Yeah, so you take your stop loss and you multiply it by the percentage or by the leverage. So if I do 0.5 times 10x, then I'm getting why can I not, what, 10x equals a 0.5% move equals, oh, I got to take it, put it into this, $4. This is why I use the dang exchange, because it does the math for me. I swear to God. I don't know why I had this all planned out, and then now I can't do it now that I'm live. Of course, that's how it goes. $1,000 account, 20 risk, 10x leverage, 0.5 stop loss. What's my margin? Why did it put Y in my name? That's ridiculous. What? Position size $4,000. Margin used $400. Your stop loss covers this. Your risk is $20. And the margin that you're using is $400. Okay. And on a 10x, that's a $4,000 position size. So that's why I just use the exchange, because I don't have time to do this math. Do you? Do you have time to do the math? Because I don't. So what we do is we take the risk and we divide it by the stop. This says by the stop distance. 20% risk, which is 2% of the account. 10x leverage, 0.005 in the decimal. So when we take our risk, $20, we divide that by 0.005. Okay? Because that's my risk. If it was 1%, then it would be 0.01. Okay? When you do that, you figure out how big the position is going to be, and that's how you get the $4,000 position. Okay? So you'll need $400 of margin, because you eliminate an O. You use $400 of margin and you get, and that's it. That's it. You use $400. That's how you figure out. You use $400 of margin. That's how you get your 2% risk on a 0.5% stop loss with 10x leverage on a $1,000 account. See how complicated that is? That's why I let the exchange do it for me. But that's like the breakdown. That's the breakdown. What's really cool is that the exchanges, at least one of the exchanges that I use, no, both of them, or all three, four. How many exchanges do I use? I use a lot, I guess. They all, you can just type in, what are you wanting to lose? And you just type in 2%. You go by ROI, 2%. And you do that for every single trade, 1 to 2%. Every trade. It even does like the leverage for you too. So like 2%, 2%. And you always want to have a 3 to 1. A 2 to 1 is okay. But aim for 3-to-1 trades. If it's not a 3-to-1, it's probably not worth it. Sold back to 200. This still crypto related? Yeah, it's crypto trading. Dutch, you might have heard of it. This guy, I swear. Thank you for being here, Dutch. I know it's bright and early where you are, bro. Okay, now I'm out. Wait, why are you out? Are you leaving? Jesse is like a little hot water bottle from Mark. Oh, I see. What's going on, Jay Ara? How you doing? Jay Rizzle the Rizzler. How you doing, JR? Thank you for being here. Can you repeat that, LBC? No, I can't. I feel like I did repeat it a few times, so yeah, I hope you got that. I hope that helped Kelly at all. But my main thing is pre-trade risk management. It's just set up the trade, see what my stop loss is going to be, calculate 2%, what my margin is going to be. I mean, I don't even care because I don't. How do I put this? The first thing that you should be concerned with, honestly, you shouldn't even be concerned with the other thing. To be clear, the only thing that you should care about is preserving your capital. If the preserving your capital isn't your number one priority, you're doing trading wrong. You have to preserve your capital. It is absolutely it's everything when it comes to trading. So don't even think about how much money you could be making on a trade. Doesn't matter. Especially if you're scalping, then it's just about repetitions and consistency and having a disciplined strategy. And I mean, that's the same even with swing trades or even with position trades. Of course, there are different levels of risk involved and stress, but it's the same regardless. So if I'm on the 4-hour, okay, let's just try to find something. Let me turn off the TPO. So adds a little too much flair. So let's just say I'm on the 4-hour and let's just say I'm wanting to come up and take this high off of this low. I get in on somewhere. I see the bounce and the pullback. I get in on the pullback. I put my stop below the low. Now see, that's at 2% in and of itself. So if I'm on $1,000 account, do I want to put the whole $1,000 in the account? Probably not. This is why you use leverage as a tool so that you can be in multiple. So if I'm at 2% on the account, let's just say I'm willing to put half of my account into this trade, okay, at $1,000 account. If it's a 500, so that would be like $500, and we have a 2% stop loss. Let's just put it right on 2%. We have a 2% stop loss. Also, guys, on your stop losses, just a little side note, try to go about 0.5%, 0.25% to 0.5% below or above your desired stop loss. It might save you. Just a little bit of a little tip. But if we're sitting at a 2% stop on $500 of margin, then we could use what? A 2x. Yeah. No. Yeah. We could use a 2x. 2x leverage, because that would be 4% of $500, which would only be 2% of the account, of $1,000 account. So if we have a 2% stop loss, then a 2x on $500 of margin, that would give us our $1,000 in the trade that we need. So if it was $250 that I only want to put in a quarter of the account, or I want to, have other capital freed up so that I can trade other things, $250, well, now we're looking at a 4x. So I can get back up to that $1,000, but I'm only risking the 2%. See, I knew I would get there eventually. Now I'm making way more sense, right? Nice. I'm building a CPU with my last pesos. Also, I'm going to start something new. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do it before. Also, I actually have a couple of different ideas for content. Actually, I think Alex has done. Wait, there was something. Dang. I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board. I knew I should have wrote. Anyways, I want to do like $100 account and just create some kind of random account on an exchange and start trading live with you guys and your input, and we'll see how things go over a 1 month. Oh, this is what's different. Maybe. I don't know if anybody's done this. What I want to do, actually, what I want to do is I want to take strategies that we can find on other channels, maybe, perhaps, or community proposed strategies. Maybe we can vote on it. But I would like to do, I haven't decided if I want to do it for 1 week or for like 1 month, but I want to first learn the strategy, and then I want to do it. I want to put the strategy through the ringer with you guys and have that's like a segment that I do every night, is looking for trades based on that strategy, and then we'll just play it over the long run. So I guess probably 1 month is probably a good way to go about it, but just to see how well these strategies perform. And yeah, we'll see. Well, I think that would be pretty cool. I think that'd be fun. So there's that. And maybe I'll do I used to do a Coinbase portfolio deal where I bought I want to say I put like $200. I broke that down into like 50 different cryptos, and I actually doubled my account within a few months, just buying and selling on spot. Because what I did was I took those 50 cryptos, and anytime one of them would double up, I would sell it, and I would put it into something that was lagging behind. And I just did that over and over again. Something else that was lagging behind that was in my portfolio. So I would just do that over and over again until I eventually doubled the account, which was pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. I did that in 2020, end of 2023, going into 2024. Called it the Coinbase Files. I think I still have videos up on that. I only did like 2 videos on it. I just ended up posting it in the Discord, and then it seemed like it lost its flame. So I don't know. I might do it again if you're interested. I have more viewers than I used to. So cool. Start investing at the beginning of the bear market. Fair. Are we in the bear market, Dutch? Is that what we're in right now? No, it's not investing though. It's still trading, because it's just buy low, sell high. It's not investing. Okay. A little red. All right, so yeah, Bitcoin, essentially, I just want to see us get acceptance back into this range. And I really would like us to break a significant high like this one right here at 112,945 and get above this imbalance too. Fill that imbalance, but get above it. And then from there, I would like to see us get above this high in here. So if we can do that, first thing is just getting accepted back into this range. If we can do that, then we could see, we could be putting in that, or could have put in the reversal. But right now, technically, we're getting a rejection off of the range. So we have about 22 hours, 21 hours to get back into the range. Otherwise, it's over and we're going to zero. Bitcoin dominance did fall a little bit today. Had a little bit of a bounce back, but not much, not much. So seeing further downside or more a pullback on Bitcoin dominance. We'll just call it that. We'll just call it a pullback because we didn't put in a fresh low. So we'll just call it a pullback. Pulled back a little bit today. We could see further upside on this, potentially back to the 60% level. But we'll see. We'll see about that. Our USDT dominance did reject out of the supply zone, did take out the equal highs, imagine that, and this high over here, and rejected. That's good. We do want to see that. Relatively equal lows, not relatively equal. How much of a difference is 4.18 and 4.19%? We'll call those definitely relatively equal lows. 0.01%. Yeah, I'll call those equal lows all day. So I would expect USDT dominance to come down here and take out those lows, if not continue to go to the downside. If not, we still have the 52-week SMA above us. Maybe we can get a swing failed pattern and then reverse. But that would mean if USDT dominance continued to push up here, that our assets would be going down. So, which is not impossible. So, also, I've talked about, I've kind of, I'd say I've misspoken, or I was misled, but I misspoke. I should have looked into it a little bit harder about the Lisa Cook thing, because technically, Trump signed an executive order to get her fired. And I don't know. They're going through some like legal stuff. Lisa Cook is suing the Trump administration now. So I don't know. It's my understanding that the president doesn't have the authority without cause. The executive order says that he has cause. We all know he's just trying to get somebody in there to do his bidding. But what does that mean? Rate cuts. He wants 200, 300 basis point rate cuts, which would just be absolutely insanity. Insane, and it is insanity. But if he gets it, we'll see. But I know they're going to be going through some legal battles, and because she's suing the admin and stuff to try and get it to not happen. She said she won't resign, so we'll just see. The carnival continues. Total 2. This includes Ethereum, so it doesn't count. We're not going to count that one. We're going to look at total 3, because no one cares for Ethereum. This one didn't play out, did it? Nope. Got that wrong. That was the hopium. Okay, I do see a little bit. I do see a little bit of a Not a little bit, a lot of bit of a flat correction in here. And we might actually see some lower. We got some relatively equal lows here on our total 3, which this is all altcoins. This does not include Ethereum or Bitcoin. ABC, 1, 2, no, you don't get a 3, 5, 3, I don't think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think you really get 5, 5, 5s either. 1, 2, 3. Come back up, break the high. This is a little confusing. Can't tell if this sweep of the low, sweep of a high. A little bit of a backwards flat. That's what we'll call it. We'll just call it a backwards flat. So if this is going to be a running flat or an expanded flat, then that would mean it's got more downside to go. However, we could just see it. I mean, it's broken. Turn off the magnet. It's broken this level and gotten a back test and a bounce. So we'll see if it will continue to push to the upside. What's going on, David Gelfin? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Yes, follow me on X, please, at Lunar Beaches. Post a bunch of nonsense. That's all you need to know. Not really nonsense, but I need to post more charts on there, if I'm being quite honest with you all. Don't like that. That looks nice. Breakout back test. Okay. Breakout back test here on our total DeFi. So this is all your DeFi tokens. Fail. Fail. Really need to zoom out on these bigger things. Breakout. Yeah, this is kind of a running flat correction in here. Up, 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 up. Continuation. We do have a demand zone right here. That's a green zone right there. So I see chances, potential for another move to the downside. So just be ready. Be ready. We do have, I don't know, let's look at Wednesday. I know Thursday and Friday we have economic data that could definitely bring some volatility and shake up the markets. So, yeah, so tomorrow will likely be the setup for what's coming Thursday and Friday. So, and funny enough, that could also cause volatility tomorrow, or it could cause price to be just kind of stagnant. One or the other. Not slow, not a little fast, just volatile or stagnant. We'll see. 17-week bill auction, 2-year FRN auction, Fed Barkin speech tomorrow at 12:45, 5-year note auction, whole bunch of stuff crypto doesn't pay attention to. But then Thursday we do have job stuff coming out at 8:30, so that will be the key thing. We got initial jobless claims, we've got other jobless claims. Where's the other jobless claims? I know there's another one. I thought there was. Oh, continuing jobless claims. That one's not as important as the initial jobless claims. And then Friday we have our core PCE data. So Thursday and Friday, expect some volatility. Faux show. And then we have a 3-day weekend because Labor Day is Monday. I'm excited for the 3-day weekend. Only problem is with a 3-day weekend is that for me is the banks will be closed, which means the market likely won't be moving. I'm like, oh yes, a day off. Oh no, but the market will probably be dead. Unalived. You gotta keep it kosher on YouTube. All right. Now, this is a sight for sore eyes. This is nice to see. The Russell 2000. Okay, taken back about, well, probably more than 80% of the previous day candle. I like that. Let's drop down to the 4 hour, see what we're doing here. Okay. This is actually looking kind of bullish. The Russell is looking bullish. No bearish divergence. That's good. We did have a little one here, but we did also get a pullback. Consolidating at the highs. So if the Russell 2000 can continue to break out to the upside, then the market is showing that it's still risk on. Friday CME August close. Oh yeah, we do have that. Emotional damage. Why are we doing emotional damage, LBC? So yeah, the Russell's looking good. S&P got a push back up today. Stocks looking better than crypto, right? Actually, stocks looking better than Bitcoin because I know, or I'm pretty sure that we saw some bigger pushes on our altcoins. Ethereum did get a bounce. That's good. Ethereum got a bounce. Looking a little bit healthier than Bitcoin. Look at all this up-down price action. Kind of, this is actually, and I say up-down, but there's actually not a lot of wicking. Not too much anyway. But bigger bodies, candle bodies. And this tends to be, like, movements like this. This is more, in my opinion, spot activity. Less leverage, which is good. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Whoa, what happened? Marcus Savage, he always goes above and beyond. 5 means 10 in Dutch. 10 seconds? 5 seconds? Sol got to close over 200 or bear div in play. What I see anyway. Okay, I don't know what happened to that wick. Whatever. All right, so we're starting to see that. We're seeing that open interest starting to fall on this move up. So that's two things going on in here, okay? When we're having our open interest are your leveraged longs and shorts. It's both, okay? So when you see the red, that's positions being closed. When you see the green, that's positions being opened. So when you see the wicks like this, you're seeing leverage getting wiped out. Drop down, further down. We've got price pushing up. I really got to start zooming in more for you guys. You have price pushing up. Our open interest coming to the downside and pretty slow. So this could be a steady closing of shorts as price continues to push to the upside, and could also be longs taking profit as it pushes to the upside. So we did see some spot volume come in here, so that's good. And this kind of goes along with what I was saying, how it was just kind of slowly moving up. And I said that kind of resembles spot volume, and this indicates that. It wasn't until later on here where we started seeing an increase in leveraged coins. So that is, yeah, that's good. getting a little bit of a divergence here on our open interest and in price. Not really, because it doesn't work like that. Now, if we're looking at the delta, it does work like that. Delta stuff, it does work like that. So spot delta decreasing, actually increasing. Well, sell delta is decreasing and pushing more towards a positive delta, which just essentially means more buyers than sellers, pushing towards more buyers than sellers. Even as price is moving to the downside, we're seeing an increase in buyers, decrease in our open interest. People probably closing their longs because they're afraid it's just going to fall again. Seeing an increase here in our our coins delta. Yeah, this is our leveraged coins. Putting in a bullish divergence on our leveraged coins on our delta on. I want to see this one flip green too. Could do it on the next candle. Might get our bullish divergence there between our delta and our price, meaning candle's red, but the delta's green, meaning we're seeing more buyers within the red candle than sellers. And then we could be seeing a reversal off of that. So when you are timed out, you can't tell. Like, there is no motivation on my end. Not motivation, notification. Wait, 10 years from now, that can be a crypto YouTube lore question. Was Crypto Billy ever timed out? Who was the first to time out Crypto Billy? I see your name on a game board card, Dutchie. Should I put Billy in a 10-second timeout? All right, Ethereum getting a little bit of a pop. So yeah, the coins or the altcoins are looking a little bit more bullish than Bitcoin, to be quite frank. Let's go back over to our total 3. We got to do parentheses, open parentheses, total 3 plus, or minus rather, sorry, minus USDT against BTC. Enter. Oh yeah, look at that. That's looking nice. So yeah, altcoins are definitely gaining against Bitcoin. I mean, we know that just by the dominance, but we get to see a little bit more here. See a little bit more of a little different view of it, right? Essentially just looking for this to, where did I have this on the monthly? Yeah. Here we go. So yeah, getting a bounce off of the monthly order block. Of course, when you're talking about hundreds of billions of dollars in an asset, it's probably not a bad idea. And several millions of assets of tokens. Yeah, you might want to put it on the monthly. But yeah, we're looking like, I mean, we got a break above the 52-week SMA on the monthly. Let's go to the weekly. Where's that 52-week on the? Okay, so we got a break and a close above, a back test, and a perfect bounce off of the 52-week simple moving average here. So altcoins looking bullish against Bitcoin for sure. For sure. Good deal. How's our IBIT looking? IBIT ETF. Let's drop down. Okay, we do have that gap there. Same gap that's on our CMEs. We also have a gap up here. That's interesting. Let's go to the actual Bitcoin price chart. Okay, not just. So it's like right in here, that gap, around 120K. Watch out for it. We don't have it on the CME futures because it happened at 2 a.m. Or we have it, yeah, it happened at 2 a.m. That gap on the IBIT. And IBIT's not open at 2 a.m. It's not trading at 2 a.m. I've accidentally done that too a couple times over the years, fumbling with my phone. Wait, what? LBC did THC? That's funny. I mean, Dave put hundreds of innocent viewers in timeouts with his phone in his pocket. Did he really? It'd be funny. Hey, LBC, do you do coin trading? Coin M trading? No. If you're talking about like leveraged coins, no, I don't do leveraged coins. I mean, not leveraged coins. I know because it like KuCoin has like leveraged tokens, like 3x leveraged tokens. What I mean is, so you can actually put crypto up and trade your crypto on leverage. Like you use your crypto instead of USD or USDT. Instead, you're like putting a Bitcoin on 2x leverage. So yeah, we didn't expect you back this quickly, Alexander. I lost $50 on the group bet. We're going to the freaking moon tonight? You're crazy. Back on the daily, did that look like an inverse head and shoulders on Bitcoin? Or on what? On Bitcoin or what? What were we on? Does anyone know what other exchanges do the 3 coins like KuCoin has? I do not. I've only known of KuCoin to do that. And then they KYC'd and I left the exchange. I mean, I guess I could have KYC'd. Actually, no, because it was you couldn't be a U.S. resident. You can no longer be in the U.S. and use KuCoin. And once you KYC'd, that was it. I mean, they knew you were in the States. So please keep the chat in English, Melissa. Does anyone be nice to Melissa? 3 coins? She's talking about the 3x tokens, leveraged tokens. So KuCoin would have like BTC times 3. And essentially, and it's actually a pretty cool concept, but you're essentially buying a coin on 3x leverage. Let me see, KuCoin. It's not KuCoin, but BTC, USDT. Oh, wait, no, BTC 3x? No. X3? 3XL. I don't remember what it was. KuCoin. Okay. BTC. Does anybody know the token? BTC times 3S. Oh, that's what it. BTC, thank you, Billy, times 3L. Why isn't it coming up? I'm pretty sure they used to have them on TradingView. But essentially, so whatever you bought, so let's just make it easy math. Let's say it's like, I don't know, XRP's at $1. And you'd buy, if you would buy the coin, but it would be like 3 XRP. So it would be like $3, but you would only pay $1 for it. And you technically can't get liquidated using the 3x tokens because they're tokens. But the fees, I do believe, are kind of a little much. But yeah, I started off, I did some 3x. That was the only way that I knew how to trade on leverage at the time. This was almost 5 years ago now. And that was the only way that I could do leverage. They had 3x long tokens and 3x short tokens, which is pretty cool. It just takes some getting used to, but the concept that you can't be liquidated on a 3x token is pretty cool. KuCoin fees were high. Yeah, they were. I only knew KuCoin. I think Nick mentioned another one before, but we couldn't use the exchange. I guess I could have known that. Okay. Crypto exchanges with 3x leverage tokens. Leverage crypto trading platforms. Several crypto exchanges offer 3x leverage tokens, which amplify the gains and losses of an underlying asset if you sell by a multiple of 3. KuCoin, Mexi, and Gate.io among the most prominent ones. So Mexi and Gate.io apparently do it too. So BTC3L, Mexi, BTC3L/USDT. Really? So I can't. So you'd have to. I guess you have to use the exchange. I was trying to get a price chart, but I guess you have to use the exchange to see the price chart. $3L, 3S, 3L. Crypto. Nope, not in here. Okay, well, whatever. Moving on. Oh, snap, it's 10. Dang. But I'm not done yet. SPY looks good. The Qs, looking better. We're holding. These aren't looking bad. Stock indices are not looking bad. It may be time for them to run and then rotate into crypto. I guess we will find out. But I do like the breakout, back test of the breakout, and holding up on top. Now let's get some follow through and get back on the bullish road and ride those waves. Thank you all for joining me during tonight's stream. B Team Crypto, what's going on, bro? Hola, French Toaster, coming in right at the end. But thank you for being here. Go ahead and smash that like while you're here, please. It's the #1 way to support the channel. Don't forget to join the Discord. Link is pinned in the chat. Thank you all for joining me this evening. Crypto Billy, so happy to see you. Going to kick your butt whenever I see you in fantasy. Ha ha ha. Yep. I'm going to kick your tail, boy. I hope you're ready. I'm going to make it eat some biscuits and gravy off the ground, boy. Mad love, Billy. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. Tomorrow, don't forget to show up for the morning market report on the Piper Academy. They will be doing a baby fund or a baby drive for me, a baby shower fund drive. So they'll be taking super chats, and well, I think he's going to put a QR code or something up on the screen so that if people want to donate through that, they can, so that YouTube doesn't take 30% of the money. But yeah, which is pretty cool, because that's like taking 30% away from diapers for my baby. So just think about that. All right? Just think about that. You're taking diapers away from my baby. Not really, but yeah, you don't have to. It's all good. It's all good. It's cool. I just want you to know that. Piper just said he was going to do it, so I'm going to say, sweet, go there. And if you want to donate, if you don't, guess what? You still get great education from Piper, an OC guy. So, hey, no matter what, it's a win-win situation. But I know I will at least see you all in the chats, and I'll be excited to see you guys. So I will see you then. Thank you all for joining me. I do hope you all have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, radical sleep. And I will catch you all tomorrow. Mad love. Peace out. God bless. Bye.
Lunar Beaches Crypto. We ride the waves of the crypto market to the motherfucking moon. Surfboard line, charts on deck. Crypto tides got no respect. Pullbacks hit like a lunar slap, but we catch that wick with a fib and a trap. Stars above, sand below. Charts lit up like a rocket show. No shills, no noise, just price and fate. Set the risk, hit play, levitate. We ride the waves, ride the waves. Crypto tides through the heat and haze. Rock to the moon, past the stars. Chart that zone, we know who we are. Wave game deep, no cap, no fakes. Stacking truth while the system breaks. Wave ride the waves, yeah, that's the call. One good setup, we risk it all. Phones on my skin, stars in view. Lunar tide, got the alpha crew. No guessing games, no tactics. Just clean PA and candlestick flips. Anchor the VW, that line, stochastic twitch. That entry's mine, from sea to space, from dusk to noon. We ride the wave, you chase the moon. We ride the waves, ride the waves. Crypto ties through the heat and haze. Rock to the moon, past the stars. Chart that zone, we know who we are. Wave gang deep, no cap, no fakes. Stacking truth while the system breaks. Wave ride the waves, yeah, that's the call. One good setup, we risk it all. We ride the waves of the crypto market to the moon. Surfboard mind, charts on deck. Crypto tides got no respect. Pullbacks hit like a lunar slap, but we catch that wick with a fib and a trap. Stars above, sand below. Charts lit up like a rocket show. No shills, no noise, just price and fate. Set the risk, hit play, levitate.